Hey, beautiful people. I hope you guys are doing great today, or should I say tonight, because it's so late. I want to make sure I go live for you guys and answer only questions today. I realized last time we were live for a long time and I didn't get to answer everybody's questions. So I want to answer everybody's questions today. So if you have any questions, definitely let me know. Y'all can see the baby got me really good. He's spitting up, so he got me really good. So hopefully I could be able to answer as many questions as I can before his little self wake up, or make a noise and I have to run after him like I had to do last time. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you guys go ahead and drop them down below. Now, today is Friday. Last Friday I went live and I was supposed to give you guys the letter. And honestly, I've just been so busy. Y'all know I've been on my workout journey. And just everything. No excuses. I was supposed to give you guys that the letter. So I'm going to make sure I make it available to you guys, but I'm going to put it in my goals to have it done by Monday. If you guys need a copy of the disputes, you guys can remove accounts from your credit reports, then let me see. For my email address right here, I'm going to go over my email this weekend. I'll send you a copy of the letter if you need it. But here is my email address. So you guys can definitely go ahead and shoot me an email. If you want the letter, go ahead and shoot me an email and then I'll go ahead and send it to y'all. So sorry about that. And going crazy, making sure I lose weight. I just feel like I'm in somebody else's body and I can't deal. I cannot deal with it. So I've been just doing all the things I can do. Hey, how can I get your contact information? How are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing good. If for my contact information, I dropped my email address. Y'all can email me there. I actually answer my own emails. At a time, I did have other people answer my emails, but you can email me there. If you have an account, if you're watching this, you have the same question, you like me, you don't answer, you wait on somebody else to ask the question, then if you're a client, you can go through the portal, ask a question. I have a lot of questions I have to answer. I'll have those done by noon tomorrow. So if you send me a message through your account, I'll have those answered by noon tomorrow. And you can just simply call me, 833 Rickita. Now, if you call, if you were to call right now, I'm not taking calls. I want to talk to y'all. I really do want to talk to y'all right now, but I can't dedicate like I'm gonna call you at 2:00, and I don't even want to start that. Like I'm gonna call you at 2:00. Baby just turned 4 weeks today. It's no way that's gonna happen. I'm more of like I can send you a message when that time comes. I'm gonna be on maternity leave. I put until March 1st. So I'm telling y'all this. That's what I got all of my goals down for. March 1st, I'm gonna be off maternity leave. I'm gonna be able to talk to a lot of clients. That's my goal, the first. So if y'all want to really talk to me, y'all want to get in there with me, just understand that the first, y'all gonna be able to schedule calls with me instead of talking to like my assistants or things like that. But they can definitely help y'all. But if y'all want to get a message, y'all want me to make sure I answer the message, just email me, especially if you're not a client. Email me if you're a client and it's a question about your credit reports, then make sure you guys send it through your portal. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're happy to see me. I've been in my own little world making the videos. I don't know if y'all been watching my workout videos, and I've been on there without makeup. I'm looking crazy. I look crazy now. But I figure y'all need to see me like this because I'm usually always so dolled up and people don't understand. It's not reality all the time. Sometimes I don't even I don't want to go live. If you see like during my pregnancy, even right now, I don't even record my face anymore because I don't feel like I'm me. So I want y'all to get just used to me. So if I have something important to tell you, I will feel comfortable just coming on without makeup, coming on just to talk to y'all like we family. I want us to have that connection where I'm not like, oh my gosh, I don't have makeup on, I can't go live. Like I got spit up on my shirt. I would never do this, but I'd rather go live and talk to you guys just for my own sanity too. It's like my adult time. So I'm happy to see y'all too. I'm definitely happy to see y'all. And thank you so much. He's been up lately, so it's congratulations. I'm gonna take that in now, but I know it's gonna be so much work going forward with his little self. But thank you so much. Hello. I can, if you want me to look at your credit reports, like if any of y'all want me to look at y'all credit reports, let me see. Let me drop the link for y'all. And I want to get back to where I can share my screen. So if it's a question, um, if it goes too long, you guys, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I answer your question all the way. But I want to be able to share my screen. But I want to give you this link. So I'm going to be dropping the links. If you guys ask me for something, make sure you guys get those links as I drop them. So if y'all want me to look at y'all credit reports, the best thing you can do is this, because I do this for free too. You can send me your credit reports, just email me, and you can send it to me, and I can see whatever you want me to see. If you want me to tell you like which credit card you should get, how to remove a certain account, you can send it to me. But let me show you where you guys should get your reports. Okay. Now, I always tell people to get their credit reports from Identity IQ. Identity IQ is going to be $1 for the first 7 days. After that, it's going to be $21.99. If you're not going to work on your credit, at that moment, you can cancel, but just starting up for $1, you can cancel if you're not going to work on it right away. Just get the credit reports for that specific time. But if you don't cancel, every month you're going to get a copy of your credit reports, and your credit reports should be changing often. Like if you guys have Credit Karma, then you know that your credit score can change a lot. But get a copy of your credit reports if you want me to get your credit reports, and then email it to me. So here it is. Here's my email address right here, Rickita@deleteandremove.com. Email them to me, and then I can go ahead and look at them and tell you what you have to do. Oh, you actually have a baby? Which baby though? So my last two babies I had live. Last two babies I had live. Actually, I didn't even have this baby live. My 4-year-old. She just turned. Well, no, Princess is 5 now, right? Oh my gosh, I don't even know her age. She's 5 now. I had her live. Like if something was to happen, y'all would have seen it happen. I'm glad nothing happened. Everything went perfect. But and then I just had the little one. This wasn't live. I recorded it and then I uploaded it. But that's good you was able to watch it. I hope you're doing great. How can I get my repo off? It's different tactics that you can use to get your repossession off. The first thing I always tell people is make sure that whatever address you use when you got your car loan, make sure that address is not on your credit reports anymore. That's first. You want to make sure that address is not on your credit reports. And if you're still using that address, you need to change your address to a new address and get that address deleted off your credit reports. And then I always tell people to see, was there anything that they did wrong in terms of that repossession, where some people, they break laws, they go and try to get it out of like yards and stuff like that on private property. You guys can look into those different things to see if there's any laws that they broke, because you can use that to try to get the account removed. Now, if you didn't do that, everything legit, you like, dang, Rickita, I owe it, what to do now? Then you need to see the errors. You need to see things that's wrong with the account, and then send a letter to the credit bureaus telling them to remove it just because those errors. So I talked to you guys about that last time. I don't think I still have that document, but check out my last live video, and because I showed you guys how to find those errors. Try to look at the last date of activity, because that's usually incorrect. All 3 credit bureaus should have the same exact information. If you see anything different, like I'm telling you, look at the last date activity. If you see that they have different dates, then you want to go ahead and reach out to the credit bureaus and tell them that they should remove it based off of those dates. Now, it's more than just that. It's like a system of letters that you have to send in, because it's certain laws that we have in terms of our credit. So I always tell people, find the errors. Every time you find an error, just put that on each letter when you send it out. And I don't like to answer questions like that, because I feel like that don't even make sense. Like how I explained it to you, is more into it. But definitely check out that last video. It goes into details, and I'll show you how to do it. And then email me so that you can start off with that first letter. Aw, you know what? This little break, I'm enjoying it right now. I don't want anybody over me. You can see he's all over me. But that's good. That's so sweet. That's good. You're doing great. If you want to start the process over again, if you're already in the system, if you already started, for some reason you no longer get any services, then all you have to do is just call us. Call us, and you'll have to get on some type of You have to sign up for the membership. As soon as you sign up for the membership, we can start helping you remove stuff from your credit reports. But just call us. Here is the phone number here. Let me make sure I put the phone number. 833 Rickita. You can call or text us at that phone number. You know what, y'all? When I first started with credit, it was only because I wanted other people to buy properties with me. I started off by buying properties. I bought my first house when I was 23, and I paid cash for it. It wasn't that much as a condo. The most when COVID started, the price of the property skyrocketed, but it went like 7 times the amount that I paid for it, but I didn't pay much for it at all, right? I didn't have debt like that. When I started learning about credit, I put on so much debt, and I didn't really know what was going on. And then I had to go through the process of deleting all of that from my credit reports, and that's how I was able to really teach about credit. I mean, I told you guys, like, I had over $70,000 in credit cards. Not that I owe that much money, but I had that much in credit cards, and I wasn't as knowledgeable as I am now. Now I just turned 30 in November. So now I've been thinking about, I talked to you guys about credit cards, but I'm very modest. I make sure I pay my bills off every month. I don't keep a balance on my credit cards. And if there's any debts that's out there that I owe, like, I'm on the journey of being completely debt free, basically. So take this or leave it, but I just wanted to give you guys that warning. If you come to me, like a lot of people come to me, hey Rickita, I need to try to get a loan to pay off my credit card. I need a loan to do this. I'm gonna tell you, you shouldn't do it. And sometimes I'm not gonna help you do it if I think it's a bad decision. So if I were you, this is my honest opinion, I'd rather get stuff done as soon as possible, right? I want to go the fastest route to making sure that my credit score go up. So this is what I would suggest you do. Since you already started disputing stuff, find out which accounts on your credit reports is like the hardest to get off. You can't seem to get it off at all, and settle with them. Because if you settle with them, you don't have to worry about, after that account get removed from your credit reports, you don't have to worry about that account coming back on your credit reports. And you don't have to worry about that debt at all. Like, you don't owe them anymore. You don't have to worry about that debt when you want to go to the house, you want to go get a car, when you want to get credit cards. You don't have to worry about that debt anymore. You don't owe them anymore. You don't have to worry about them possibly suing you. So I think that you should go ahead and pay off any debts that's hindering you from getting a house priority first. Like, I have one of my goals, like I told you guys already, I've been open, and I want to be open because I want you guys to know what my goals is. My goal is to pay off my car by April, and I've been working my butt off. I've been doing everything I can do to pay my car off. My next goal is, because I want to buy another house for me and my family. That's my next goal. And I have over $50,000 in student loans. My goal is to have my student loans paid off before I get a house, because I don't want to put that debt. I don't want to have all that debt when I go get a house. I don't want something to happen and I'm struggling. I don't want something to happen with my income or anything to happen where it's like I still got student loan debts I'm paying. I still got my car I'm paying. I still got this. I don't want any of that. So I suggest that you try to pay the debts that's hurting you, that's stopping you from actually getting a house. And you can find out that information by talking to a mortgage company, or thinking about it like this. You shouldn't have more than $2,000 of collections on your credit reports. Charge-offs, they're going to take 5% of that balance and consider that as a monthly payment for you, saying that, hey, we got to take 5% of this balance, so that's less of a house you can actually buy. So those type, like collections, charge-offs, I will try to see if it's some way you can settle that out. And take it or leave it, y'all. This is honestly how I feel about this. I would try to figure out what I can do to try to settle some of these accounts out, especially knowing that you owe the money in the first place. Like, just settle it out. Like, seriously. And I told you guys, I had so many like credit cards I didn't pay off. I just got to delete from my credit reports. I just recently got a notification that one of those credit cards is coming back saying I have to owe money. I literally just got the letter. But you know what I'm going to do about that debt? I'm not going to try to just, I'm going to send them letters saying, hey, don't put it on my credit reports, all of that. But honestly, I owe the debt. I don't ever want you coming back to me about this debt again. I'm going to settle it out. When I first started, I was just like, oh, forget this. We're not going to pay this. We're not going to pay that. And then guess what? We're going to go through that same cycle of a lot of times I'm seeing that when older people die, like my uncle just died, all of them companies that he owed was calling me. All those companies was calling me saying, you owe this debt. I do not want to take debt to my grave. I do not want to take that to the grave. So I always tell people, if you can, try to pay off your debts as soon as possible. That's like my spiel on it. And if you've been disputing the account, it's not coming off. That's probably an account that you should try to see if you can set off. You can go ahead and settle it. Try to see if you can pay half on the debt just to get it out the way, because you don't want to be in the process of buying a house, which I've seen you in the process of buying a house, and then this thing pop up on your credit reports. You don't want any of that to happen. So long story short, you should start trying to pay off some of the debts. And I really think that you should still continue to dispute those accounts, though, because don't forget, just because you paid it off don't mean that they're going to remove from your credit reports. So definitely settle those accounts off. If you can, settle them out. Try to pay half. Some companies, they're going to say, hey, we need more than half. Okay, I'll pay you 60% on it or something. If you can get it for lower, get it for lower. But I really want you guys, because I see so many people with that. I really want you guys to start paying off that debt. And you guys want to see a lot of things that I'm doing. I just don't want to be the one that's completely debt free and then y'all got all this debt and we tackling the same problems. And I know for sure you wouldn't have been in this problem if I would have told you guys don't put on the debt. You know what I mean? Be responsible going forward. And then now that this old stuff in the past, just get it settled out so it can stay in the past. You don't have to worry about it. That's what I would do. And y'all let me know, how do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about paying off debt and not having that strain on you? Like, I remember when I used to have to pay off my credit cards, like the minimum payments on all of my credit cards, and that was a lot of money to me at the time. Like, it was just so much stress. And then don't forget, when you make a minimum payment on your credit cards, that's not doing anything like at all. Oh my gosh. So how do y'all feel about paying off debts, becoming debt free to the point where you don't have a car payment? You got a car you own, but you don't have a car payment. You paying off your mortgage. Like, so a lot of people, they get the 30-year mortgage and they never pay it off. They never pay it off. So, how do y'all feel about that? Like, my goal is that I want to own it. And then another thing, I'm gonna go on and on. We got time though, y'all. We're only 18 minutes in now. I called the car company I got my car loan with. So I called them. I was like, okay, listen, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm gonna pay off my car. It's gonna be less than 2 years. I want to pay it off less than 2 years. My goal, right? The goal that what a car originally, I think, was like 19,000 originally, and then it's up to like 24 to 27. So I was like, oh, let me pay it off in less than a year. But I was like, okay, so what's the procedure? I like to get clarification. I asked the same question 1,000 times. So I'm like, so what's the procedure when I actually pay off my loan? She was like, well, then you're gonna actually own the car. I was like, what? What do you mean I'm gonna actually own the car? Until you pay it off, it's not yours. It's not yours until you pay it off. They can come and get it. Like, they can come and get it. So I'm on my journey right now to pay off the car. Let me get off of that, because I can talk about that forever. But until I actually pay it off completely, I do not own the vehicle. So let me know how y'all feel about the debt. Let me know how y'all feel about the debt. What are you doing to lose weight? I gained 50 pounds. Starving myself. No, I'm under 1,500 calories. So I'm 1,500 calories or less. My goal is to drink a gallon of water per day, but honestly, I'm not on my gallon per day yet. It's one of the things I got to be more disciplined with. I'm more at like 6 bottles of water per day. I need to get to more like eight bottles of water per day, I believe. Yeah, I think I need to get more to like 8 bottles of water per day. I'm working out every day. I do the same workouts. Tomorrow, I'm going to actually record my full workout. So I'm just working out every day. I'm watching what I put in my body. I'm drinking a lot of water, and I'm going to start wrapping my stomach too. So I don't know where your 50 pounds is at, but yeah, I'm going to start wrapping my stomach. But that's like the main things I'm doing. And I used to be vegan. I used to be vegan, but Babe's not vegan and me being vegan, one of us got to go. And I was the weaker one because I ended up start eating meat. So I definitely been limiting my meat because I started back eating meat. I don't eat pork. I'm trying not to eat any beef, but beef I think was like the biggest thing I wanted to do in my pregnancy. But beef is going to stay in your system for a long time. TMI, you guys, too much information. I'm working to go to the bathroom every day because I was having problems going to the bathroom being pregnant. So that's another thing. Just going to the bathroom every day. And those are really the biggest thing. But I'm gonna make a video. Definitely check it out. I'm gonna be like I got a lot of I got my before and after. I have all my pictures, what I'm eating. I got pictures of what I'm eating. I have the MyFitnessPal. If you have MyFitnessPal, you can see exactly what I'm eating, literally down to the ounce, if you add me as a friend. So here's my name on MyFitnessPal. So add me on MyFitnessPal and you'll be able to see what I'm eating. But I'll make a video for y'all. I'll make a video tomorrow. I'm doing my workout so you can see exactly what I'm doing. I started off at 30 pounds, but now I'm putting on 10 pounds every week. So I started with 30. This week I was at 40 and it's burning for certain exercises, especially ones for my thighs. And next week I'm going to 50. So I'm going to have a video about it for sure. But don't think 50 pounds is a lot. Don't think of it like that. Like that's a lot. It's gonna be like a journey where you getting there. Just you gotta do that first step. Oh, y'all hear the baby? No. I'm doing great. How are you doing? Oh yeah, it's a foreign language. I don't know who this is. Oh, thank you. Yeah, he's starting to be a little, I'm not my milk never really came in that well. Even my last baby, it really didn't come in as good as I wanted to come in. So he's on formula and he's starting to, I guess, wanna I started off with sleeping with him, which is a problem. So he's getting to the point where if he's not in the bed with me, it's a problem. But I'm starting to swaddle him, wrap him up. I'm pretty sure y'all probably seen that picture. I put it out earlier. It's starting to help. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, thank y'all. Okay, I guess y'all really like the little baby, huh? Okay, let's see. Collection. Can I use it for it? So there is a special letter that I use, like to basically send to another credit bureau, letting them know, hey, one company removed it from my credit report, you should too. But that don't mean that they have to. Each credit bureau is different. That's just something to give them an extra little push to say, um, hey, delete the account. But you can let them know. You can let them know. You can send it to them if you want to and tell them, hey, this collection is not on my other credit reports. It should be removed. It's like a special letter I send out, but it's not a guarantee that they're going to do it, to be honest. It's not. Okay, let's see. I sent a message to my portfolio. I haven't received it. Send me an email. Send me an email. Then, well, let me check really quickly. Let me make sure I got your message first. Let's do that one first. Cause I'm like, I didn't get your message. Because if I got your message, you don't have to send me an email. I can actually just respond. But I told everybody too, if you send me a message through the portal, then you should get a message by noon tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do the messages. You have a lot of messages in here. Oh, I see you right here. Let me leave. I'm gonna leave it up because I'm gonna answer. Oh yeah, I want to talk to you too because I see the message that we sent before. I want to try to see if we can talk. So everybody, if you guys, okay, so I always tell you guys to go to Identity IQ. Identity IQ gonna give you all three of your credit reports, and on top of that, it's gonna be $21.99. So it's usually cheaper than like Experian, where you paying $29.99 or $24.99. And another thing, the system that I'm using to actually formulate my letters and things like that, it's like a automated system in a way. It can pull your credit reports from Identity IQ and automatically plug it into the system, right? So I always tell people to keep Identity IQ because when it's time for me to send out letters, usually I send out letters every 35 days. I can just go and look at your credit reports. Some people, though, they have Credit Karma. And sometimes if you have Credit Karma, you want to have like a lock on your account, kind of where they say, hey, send us a text message. And well, they're going to send you a text message with a verification code. You got to put that verification code in. If I'm like me being pregnant, well, me being pregnant before, me having a baby now, if I'm working on your credit, even like at this time, it's no way I'm gonna be able to look at your credit reports if I have to send you a text message. You probably don't get it. Like I'm trying to get in it right now. So I always tell people keep your account with Identity IQ because they're gonna give you all three credit reports, all three credit scores, and we can automatically pull in everything that's on your credit reports. So I always tell people to keep your credit reports for Identity IQ. But I'll make sure I answer your question. I have all of our messages pulled up now. They are supposed to send you the company that verified the account. That's what they usually do. They just send you the name of the company. Hey, this is the name of the company. They verified it as accurate. But a lot of times, people don't even request that information. You are supposed to request that information because you can use that information against them, especially if you're going to do this, if you're going to do complaints like the CFPB and a Better Business Bureau. But you have to request that information. But a lot of times they're not going to send you everything that they need. They're not going to send you everything that they need to send you. That's why I always tell people when it come down to credit repair, unless you're going to sue the actual company, then it's only so much you're going to be able to do when it come down to the credit bureaus. It is. And I've seen people that had their credit file sent that they're deceased as if they're dead, and they can't get that fixed. And I've seen other people too that had identity theft on their credit reports, and it was so hard to get that stuff removed from the credit reports. The credit bureaus, they refused to remove it. And then I also seen people that had information merged. So maybe you may have like a family member where your names are similar, or maybe your dad or maybe your son, y'all have the same name, and they merge your accounts. So now some of their accounts is on your credit reports. That information is hard to get removed off sometimes because the credit bureau is just simply not doing what they need to do. So the best thing to do with this is just make sure you send out the letters to the credit bureaus, but go ahead and do some complaints. And then also, if you can, try to look into a consumer law attorney, somebody that can help if you really, really want to make sure your credit report is clean, and especially if the account is not yours for real. Like, it's so much you can do. If the account is yours for sure, you owe the money. It's nothing really wrong with the account. There's only so much that they can actually do. But if the account is not yours, get you a consumer law attorney. Like, definitely do that. Oh, look right here too. Look at this comment. Experian actually merged my credit with someone. They told me that social is one number different. Same first name, having a hard time getting it straight. See, look, if you have this problem right here and the accounts are not clearly yours, I would get a consumer law attorney and let them deal with it, because they're not going to charge you. And on top of that, if you with a problem like this is something that's like this is really good for them. They will love something like this because it's not yours. And if the accounts is not yours, you told them it's not yours, you sent them verification that it's not yours. Clearly, even if it's one number off on a social security number, if it's not your full social security number, it doesn't matter. It's not yours. They should remove from your credit report. So they'll really love cases like that. But that's just crazy. Like, can you imagine for the people that's out there, like right now, for the people that's getting all these credit cards? I'm like, oh, get this credit card, and your credit's good, so you getting all these credit cards, right? And then they merge your credit reports with somebody that has horrible credit. Oh my gosh, and your credit score is just horrible. Just basically, it's just horrible. And then you contact the credit bureaus and they say, "Oh no, we're not going to remove those accounts. They're yours." That's horrible. That's just horrible. But imagine that, and it's hard to get some of those accounts removed. So it's better, you can send out letters to them, you can contact them, let them know what's wrong, send all the verification. But with something like this, make sure you send it certified so that you can keep a paper trail that you tried to fix this, they didn't fix it. Because at this point, you probably can't do certain things that you want to do because you have these accounts in your credit reports. And sometimes, or not, let me not really say sometimes, really one time, I seen one person that they had good accounts added to their credit reports from someone else. But the thing is, it helped build their credit. It helped build it. It helped boost it. But guess what? It was debt. So when they tried to get a house, it was just too much debt for them to get approved. So it's like, oh my gosh, what do y'all want me to do? But with something like that, you still need to get that removed. You still need to get something like that removed. But that's the good side of it. Like, it helped your credit, but now you can't get a house because it's too much debt. You don't make enough income to have that type of account on your credit reports. Oh gosh. Or what would you owe if they decided not to renew you? Now I owe I owe Progressive before, and I just paid them off. They came on my credit reports at the time, but I got it deleted and I just paid it off. Because car insurance, I don't know, I just don't want to mess up with insurance companies. You need insurance. So I just paid them off, but see why they saying you owe them, and then go from there. And if you actually owe that money, then you owe that money. But if not, then they need to just cancel it and say that you don't owe it, and don't even have it on your record as if you owe. Because at any time they can send that account to collections or something. Yeah, I am in the life. Oh, that's good. That's good. If you want to talk to me, if you want to talk to me directly, email me. I was telling y'all earlier, for the people that's just not coming in, I'm not taking calls right now. I'm not taking calls right now because I can't say, okay, I'm gonna call you at 1 o'clock, because anything can happen. Like, the baby just turned 4 weeks. I can be with him. I can be doing all types of things. So if you can email me, that'd be perfect. And then I'm planning on taking calls March 1st. That's like my goal. Like, March 1st, I want to be able to take a few calls per day. So email me. We can talk now, or we can talk then. Like I said too, it's gonna be about March 1st. I'll say March 1st. You gotta prove 5 pounds up. Oh, that is good. Congratulations. I love the shopping cart trick, y'all. And I still want to do shopping cart trick for y'all. If y'all want me to do the shopping cart trick, just put shopping cart trick in the comments, and I'll give y'all the information. I'll try it live with y'all if y'all want me to try it. But the shopping cart trick is very necessary, especially if you cannot get credit cards. Like, I had so many clients where they just could not get any credit cards. I'm like, do the shopping cart trick, try the shopping cart trick. And that's kind of why I made that video. I'm like, let me make a video. I can just send this to these people. And it just blew up from there. But shopping cart trick is good, especially if you have bankruptcy. Because a lot of companies, they don't want to give you a credit card, and you have to start off with a secure credit card. But if you can start off with those credit cards, like the shopping cart trick credit cards, so you can grow from there. Get those credit cards, let them be added to your credit reports. Make sure you pay the bill on time, keeping the balance really low. And I tell you right now, because it may change. Right now, I'm paying off all my credit cards. I do not keep a balance on my credit cards. So hope you guys follow that rule too. But just make sure you do what you need to do with those accounts, and then you'll be able, as your credit score go up, you'll be able to get more accounts. If you have medical bills, we talked about that last time, then a lot of time medical bills will come off your credit reports. If you send a letter to the credit bureaus, see if they're going to remove it. If not, then you got to send a letter to the credit bureaus and that company at the same time. You have to send letter. This is the next month because they didn't remove it, right? Yeah, send a letter to them at the same time. But the letters basically talk about like HIPAA violations and the account being verified. But a lot of times those medical bills can't come off. But sometimes medical bills, depending on the company, can be tricky. But um if the medical bills, if you could have sometimes people have accounts where they could still reach out to the insurance company, get it all settled out, they don't have to pay. But if you know you owe that medical bill, like I was telling you guys, they're going a lot of these accounts going to come back and bite y'all in the butt. They really are. And I just know that from experience. Like I told y'all earlier, if you was not here, I literally recently got a letter yesterday about an old credit card that I had years ago. Like I say, like 5, 6 years ago. And now I have to, if I don't pay it, they can't put it on my credit reports. So I'm to the point where it's like, if it's a debt on your, if it's a debt you need, and you know you had it before, you need to try to sell it out and pay it, because it's going to come back and bite you in the butt. It's going to come back and bite you in the butt. But try to still see if you can get it removed. If you can get it removed, it's going to be easier for you to settle the account out, because it's like, it's off my credit reports. I don't even have to pay y'all, kind of. Or they feel like that in their head, hey, it's off their credit reports, they're not going to pay. But you can say, hey, still, even though it's not on my credit reports, I have to pay 10 other companies, but I could try to come with some type of money to pay you. Is it a way that I can pay, 30 cents on the dollar? Give them that little spiel. I got a lot of accounts I have to pay, but I want to sell this out. I have this account, going through a lot right now with COVID, and they should be more accepting to settle that account out. No. Now you make me want to call you tonight. You can hear the baby crying. Like, it's okay. Hold on 1 second. The baby's crying. No, that's not good. Like, it's not yours. I see it. Like, the bank, it's not yours. For real? That is horrible. I'm looking. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm not going to talk about the account, but I just need to see, like, what? If y'all have additional names and stuff on your credit report, you really should get them removed. And you have additional names on your credit reports, and it could be tied to the bankruptcy. It's a lot of errors on it too, even like how it's reporting. Okay, let me check one more thing, y'all. I know I'm not supposed to be looking at credit reports, but I have to check one more thing. Okay, let's see. We gonna check around the 25th. That's when we should get your results back. Let's see if that's going to be removed or not. And then we send letters to the company. So let's see on around the 25th, because that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Thanks. That is good. That is really good. That makes me happy that y'all really settling debts. Like, that's real, y'all. Hey there, I enjoyed the program this week. I've been doing my own. Only time, well, thanks for joining. I'm getting right into it. Like, oh, great answer. But the only time your dispute marks are going to hurt you is when you want to buy a house. But let me tell you why. when you have an account in dispute, they don't even consider, and you apply for a mortgage, they don't even consider that account at all. Like they don't put it into, like when they pull your credit reports and they're going to say whether they can prove you're not, they're not going to consider that into your credit score. So that's why they tell people, hey, you need to take the dispute remarks from off of your accounts. Make sure you don't have any accounts in disputes, because those accounts are not going to be considered. So that's why they always want to make sure you don't have any disputes remarks on there. It's kind of like if you have like we saw about the bankruptcy earlier, the collection. Say if you was disputing those and you apply for a mortgage, they're not even going to consider that at all. It's like you don't even have that. They're not even going to consider that at all into approving you. But when those accounts, we actually take the dispute remarks off, you cancel your disputes, then they're going to consider it, and your credit score is going to be a lot lower. But I always tell people, I don't know how long y'all journey is with this, right? And I don't know. I just feel like I'm getting wiser. Maybe just having a baby or something. I don't know. I feel more responsible. When y'all want to buy a house, be responsible, right? Be very responsible. Make sure y'all can buy make sure y'all buy something that y'all can actually afford. And if you were to settle out your accounts, it's not going to hurt you. If you don't have a balance, it's not going to hurt you in getting a house now compared to the people that actually have a balance and they're trying to dispute the account. So get to the point where you have the accounts settled out. Because I told you guys you can't have more than $2,000 in collection and charge-offs. They're going to, and if they have a balance on that charge-off, they're going to take 5% of that balance and say that it's basically how much you have to pay per month. So they're going to treat that as if it's a bill, even though it's not really a bill right now. But I would suggest you guys try to make sure that you have less than that on your credit reports. And if you have any charge-offs, try to see if you can settle those out. Because I see a lot of times, like you say, with the dispute remarks, dispute comments, if you guys have that on your credit reports, we think you're good because you can go ahead and get approved. But as soon as you take those dispute remarks off of there and you just only try to repair credit for like a month or two, you try to just go and quick get it done. You didn't just take your time, get everything done. A lot of times you take those dispute remarks off, you're not able to get approved anymore. So I always tell people, like, rip the band-aid off, kind of settle your accounts that you can settle, and delete the accounts that you can go ahead and delete, and don't apply for a mortgage until you happy with the credit score you have and being happy with your credit score possibly being 20 to 30 points lower than what you expected. Some people, they like, oh, I only need a 580 credit score to get an FHA loan. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the loan. But you don't think about the point that your credit score is from Credit Karma, so that's, your credit score is definitely going to be lower when they actually pull it. So you don't think of things like that. Try to have your credit score higher than you need. So if you're aiming for like a 720, try to aim, if you want a 720 credit score when you buy a mortgage, try to have a 750, 760. That way, if your credit score is coming lower, it can still hit that target that you want, especially for the people that still got accounts on their credit reports that they did not get removed yet, and it's still negative. Try to have some wiggle room there in your credit scores. But some people cancel their disputes too. They cancel them too early, and they only in the process of they're not even ready to buy right now. They just like, oh, I just want to see if I can get pre-approved. And you cancel your disputes because they tell you, hey, you got to cancel it. Do not try to go get pre-approved for mortgage until you're ready. But I want you to call me, or you call 833 Rickita and try to see if Israel can send a message. But I definitely want to talk to you and figure out what you have to do to get into your home. But email me for sure. And here's my email address right here. And let's see exactly what you have to do. Because sometimes, and I don't know everything. Sometimes some people know different ways to get around different things, and some people just used to doing things one way, and it may be a better way of doing it. So maybe we can talk and see what you have to do, or maybe you may think it's just the comments, but it was something totally different. Like, let me give y'all an example. I'm sorry if this is not what you guys want to hear, but I have a client that's looking to buy a house. There's a few people like this. I know it's one of y'all listening right now. they're looking to buy a house, and they probably self-employed, right? A lot of times when you self-employed, you try to buy a house, you have to look at how you're doing your taxes. So for them, it's like, okay, I make over $100,000 per year, but then they put so many deductions on their credit, not their credit, they did so many deductions to their taxes to the point where it looks like they only made $20,000 to $30,000. And yeah, you brought in $100,000, but after you do all those deductions, it looked like you made $20,000 to $30,000. So when they called the mortgage company told them, "Oh, we're not gonna be able to give you a loan. It's nothing we can do. You don't make enough money," and they're just all discouraged, right? And another thing they said too, because like I told you guys, if you have a charge off on your credit report, they're gonna take 5% of that balance and put it as it's a monthly payment for you at that amount. So I always tell people, try to don't have any charge-offs on your credit reports. But with that, those different charge-offs on their credit reports, it looked like it was too much debt. So not only did they do a lot of deductions, they have a lot of debt on their credit reports. And they're like, oh, well, I guess I'm not gonna be able to get a house. And I'm like, um, I'm not giving y'all advice. I'm not giving y'all advice. I'm like to myself, I'm thinking to myself that you literally could amend your taxes, and when you amend your taxes, you could just let the debt stay on there. Not the debt. You can basically not take so many deductions so that you can still have income to buy a house. A lot of times people just say, I'm not just going to buy it all. And if you're a trucker, it's certain deductions you can do so that you can still use those deductions as your part of your income. They're going to still add that on as your income. But try to see if there's other ways you can get around it, because sometimes when I say get around it, I want to start talking direct. When I say get around it, it's certain, try to find a way that you can add your income on. Don't just take that one answer. Even if I was to give y'all an answer, if y'all don't like the answer I give y'all, go find the right answer. Like, don't give up. With them, they're like, I'm not gonna be able to buy because I don't make enough money. No, you make enough money. You have too many deductions. So it's a certain way you should do your taxes, and even somebody else too. I wasn't able to help her find somebody that could redo her taxes. But like I told you guys, if you into trucking, it's certain deductions you can take that you can still use as your income. So they can add that as your income. So go and find the correct information. Some companies or some people, they just know one way of doing it. Is probably a way to get around it. Oh, it's good. I don't know what the agreement was. Me going on and on and on. I read the whole thing, but it's like, let me see again. Okay. If you have if you have a charge off on your credit report, that account should automatically already be closed. Charge offs accounts are closed. They're like a step before the collection. So if you don't pay your credit card, say if you have a credit card with Capital One, if you don't pay it after so long, they're going to close the account and mark it as a charge off, usually after 180 days, right? You can't use that account anymore. It's charged off. Like it's over. You're not, if you want to open that account back up, you most likely have to pay that off and reapply and see if they can give you another credit card. But it's closed off. Are you sure that it's actually a charge off? Or it's probably closed, but it's still that $7 balance. I would just, I would just pay it off, because think about it. If you're gonna, sometimes, like I was just sending out letters earlier, right? And it was an account on a credit report, and it was older than most of the accounts from 2016. I'm like, dang, should we delete this account? They got a few late payments on there, a few as in 7 or 8, right? They old, but still I was thinking, should we delete it? Because certain accounts, like this can be an old account, and that old account could be helping your credit because it's giving you age. But if you were to remove from your credit reports, it could drop your credit score because it's no longer helping with your age. So with this account, it's a charge off. I will pay the $7 on it, but understand that if it's a charge off, it needs to get removed from your credit report. The word charge off is just bad altogether, and it should already be closed off. And if you're worrying about closing it or anything like that, it should already be closed. Maybe I'm not reading that correctly. But it's a charge off. You need to get it removed from your credit reports. And that if that was an old account and was helping your credit, then it's going to do its damage already by getting it deleted. Sometimes when you get charge offs deleted too, you guys, that can drop your credit score. It's supposed to bring your credit score up. It actually will drop your credit score because, like I said, some accounts were good for you. It gave you age, but I don't know. Oh, she said she didn't want to close it. Maybe it is closed. I would suggest you delete it. Pay them $7 and just get it deleted. That's what I would do. Oh, hey, how are you doing? Hope you're doing really good. What are credit sweeps? I see a lot of people talking about credit sweeps. Honestly, I didn't get into the credit sweeps because I sent people to companies like I just want to see what's going to happen. I sent people to companies to get credit sweeps, and I didn't see anything great. I'm not sure exactly what a credit sweep is, what it's supposed to exactly do, though. So I don't want to speak totally on it. But to my understanding, I thought a credit sweep was supposed to be where they're going to just wipe everything off your credit that's negative, though. It's supposed to be like a faster process. But I didn't see it work like that. Check out home, bro. I forgot. Y'all didn't hear me earlier. I used to be vegan. So certain things like nah. I used to be vegan. I don't think I'm gonna go back to being completely vegan though. I think I'm just saying that now. As soon as I get my body how I want, I'm probably gonna want to go back to being vegan. But I don't know about a bone broth. I don't know if I really need to get broth. I don't know. But I'll keep that in mind. Oh, that is good. Let me y'all know I like the screenshot. So y'all can see it. Let me take a screenshot of this. That is good. I was so disappointed, honestly, though, when they stopped reporting. And I was telling you guys to sign up for them because I had them. They help my credit, help so many other people credit. But when that thing got deleted, it was sad. It was really sad, but that's good you was able to get your refund. Hopefully, other accounts will be able to come out to help everybody be able to boost their credit score. But I think a lot of times too, people don't understand how easy it is to get a house. You don't have to you can get a house with secure credit cards on your credit reports only. Like, you ain't gotta have, oh, Rickita, I don't have a $10,000 credit card yet. I hear these different things. I need $7,000, I need $10,000, $20,000 credit card. That's gonna help me get a house. No. You can just you can just have a secure credit card. You need to make sure you don't have debt. They don't want to see debt. Like, you want to make sure you don't have debt. You can have debt, but make sure that, you can still get the house that you want with the debt that you have. You need to make sure that you have at least 4 credit cards in your credit reports. You don't need 4. You can literally get approved with 2. You can get approved with no credit too. You can get approved with, for a mortgage with no credit at all. Also, for those people that just don't know, you don't need to have credit at all. You don't need to have credit to get approved for a mortgage. But try to have those 4 credit cards. Get the 2 installment accounts. I talked to you guys about that earlier. That Kickoff and Self. You can start with those basic things. Make sure that you have at least a 580 credit score for FHA. I say go for the 620 though. And like a 680, 720 if you guys want to do like a conventional. And you can get the mortgage. You can get the mortgage that you want. But the My Jewelers Club did help. You got the AG Jewelers. So the My Jewelers did help the New Coast Direct. The AG Jewelers, all those different companies help, but there's still ways to go ahead and still get a house. Even without these accounts. But hopefully there's more accounts that can come and save us. help everybody. My mama's looking for a house, but her credit isn't that great. So if her credit isn't that great, all I suggest you do is the not great part is usually accounts that you need to get removed. Collections, charge off, repossessions, bankrupts. You just need to get that stuff removed. And as soon as you guys start working on your credit, like day one, even before you start working on your credit, you need to start putting positive accounts on your credit reports if you don't have any. Like I told you guys, I messed up on my credit years ago, and I had to start from scratch because I messed up a lot of those accounts. I had to start from scratch, getting new accounts on my credit reports so that they can start reporting that I'm paying them on time and I'm doing good. So I want you guys to do the same thing. As soon as you start working on your credit, you want, even before, you want to start getting those positive accounts added. So just let her know that she got to remove those negative accounts. And I got a lot of videos about that too, where she can go ahead and do it herself, or we can help her do it. But remove those accounts from the credit reports and add on some credit cards. Y'all don't understand. Like, do y'all see some of the results that I put in the community tab? Y'all definitely have to check out the community tab. Let's look at it really quickly so you guys can. I don't know why I say that really quickly, but let's look at it and let me show you. Like, your credit scores can go up fast if you do what you need to do. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the community. Okay, so let me share my screen with y'all just in case you're not looking in this section. Okay, let me add it to the screen. Okay, so here it is here, you guys. Like, look at some of the results. These are posts. Like, these are actual results that I got off of Credit Karma. Like, how you go from 600 to 700s. And don't forget, y'all know this is from Credit Karma when you see this. And they update, well, they update every day for TransUnion and then every week for Equifax. So you know for sure that this is not something where it's like, oh, that's been a whole 3 months and I got all of that in once. No, you know that had to be like in the last 30 days, or sometimes too, some of these results could have been less than 30 days because it's on TransUnion, and TransUnion update every day. And look, the Fed loan removed from the credit reports. Let's see some more. And I was running my mouth putting all them posts out that day on the. Oh, I'm going too fast. Look, 39 points. Inquiries deleted. Let's see. 40 points. Look, they was at 580 at first. Then they got the 40 points. That put them at the 620. Remember I told y'all can get a house at 580, but just boost y'all credit score up some more. They got 40 points. They at the 620. Oh, look at you, girl. Putting the post on there. 35 points. But getting credit cards, getting accounts removed, that's what's really helping with these different results. Oh, I think now it's the little baby. Look at him. Okay, y'all. But getting accounts removed and adding accounts to credit reports, that's the reason why the credit score can go up so fast. So get them accounts removed, get at least 4 credit cards, and then she'll be good. She'll be able to look for a house. A lot of times, too, it's your debt, because sometimes you may say, oh, I want to get approved for a $350,000 house, right? But if you got a lot of student loans, you got a lot of charge-offs, you got a lot of debt on your credit reports, then it's going to be hard for you to get approved for that if you don't have enough income to pay your debts and your new mortgage. So look into the debt part of it too. See how much debt she got, because she may want to work on raising income or work to get those removed. Do not put a fraud alert on your credit reports. You will get denied credit. That is very true. If you have fraud, you know what? You will get denied with the shopping cart trick with that for sure. I haven't even said that a lot. Let me put that down. Keep that in mind. If y'all trying to do the shopping cart trick, if you have fraud alerts, With the shopping cart trick, I know that for sure. But some other companies, if you have fraud alerts, they'll still approve you. But I know with the shopping cart trick, this is definitely true. So let me put that down, because I haven't talked to you guys about that in my beginning videos. Like when I first started talking about the shopping cart trick, I talked about the fraud alerts and how to remove them from your credit reports. But this is definitely true when it comes down to the shopping cart trick. Yeah, right. Let us know. What did you do? What did you do? How many good accounts do you want on your credit reports? I want you guys to have at least 4 credit cards and 2 installment accounts. And that's basic. That's basic. So, 4 credit cards and 2 installment accounts. At least have that. But like I said, too, it depends on what you're trying to get. One thing I learned by getting a lot of credit cards is that if I want a new credit card, even right now, if I want a new credit card, if you look on some of the comments when I make a video about a credit card, they ask, what credit score did you have? Which credit bureau it is, what credit bureau it is. You know, you can do what you need to do just to get that account, whatever it is. If you want to get a mortgage, you know, you want to lease the minimum. You want to try to aim for the 620. In my mind, you should just aim for minimum that 620 credit score. And you don't have to have 4 credit cards and 2 installment accounts to do that. But I just know having the 4 installment accounts and 2 credit cards can really get you into your house sooner. Certain credit card companies, if you're just trying to get a certain credit card, they don't require you to have a certain amount of good accounts, or, you know. So, you know, I always tell people, depending on what you want to get, you have to do what they want. You have to just make sure that you can qualify based off what they want. You must have just disputed it with the bank, most likely, then, huh? No, you can have that. So to get a house, you can have that. I had a lot of clients have that, and I told you guys, like, I have over $50,000 in student loan debt. Yes, yikes, right? Paying it off. Don't judge me. But I see people with more than that. They getting approved. They getting approved. They getting a house. I see people with high car notes. They're getting approved. It's all about how much income you have. That's the biggest thing. How much income you have, and then including that debt, how much is going to be, how much income you're going to have left after you pay all your debts. Don't forget too, when you want to get a house, you're telling somebody, hey, give me, like, for $300,000 house, give me $300,000. I want to buy this house. And they're going to say, oh, wait, hold on. Let me look at your credit reports. Oh, you got 4 collections you didn't pay, and it's only $200. How I know you're going to pay my $300,000 back if something go wrong? You know, oh, you have a charge off? Oh, that's a problem, because they can sue you and attach a lien to the house. So they want to look at your credit reports and see if you're able to actually afford to pay them back. If you're actually if it's a possibility you're gonna pay them back. But if you make a lot of money and you have debt on your credit reports and your income is enough to cover your debt and your mortgage, you'll be fine. You just want to make sure that you look into the debt to income ratio. That's what you want to look into. All they dispute is saying they're not reporting it to any bureaus. Oh my gosh. Your information is sold to different companies on the dark web. Make sure you use it free. They're learning try to replace outside that is scary. If you guys have the Experian app on your phone, oh, somebody try to be my friend. I hope it's one of you guys on the My Fitness Pal. I just gave that to you guys today. But if you guys have the Experian app, they'll go ahead and run your information in the dark web. And I seen some of my information and I was like, what's going on? But I don't know how it got there. I don't know how I got there for sure, but you want to see the information that they do have, and you do want to put a freeze on your credit reports. And I showed you guys, and I told you guys I made a video recently on how to put a freeze on your credit reports. So definitely put a freeze on your credit reports. If I want to apply for something, I'll unlock my credit at that time and apply for it. Your credit score plays a big factor on your car insurance rate. A lot of insurance in general too. Not just car insurance, not just car insurance. Your credit score, it plays a big factor on a lot of things. It plays a big factor on a lot of things. You want me to try you want me to try to get the credit card for you? You have to 2 weeks ago, shopper credit after stuff. Wait, I had this better use of only way I would have said $100 when it came down to self is you have to have at least $100 in your self account, as in you're paying on every month, so that you can get their secure credit card. So you got to make 3 payments on time. Your account had to be in good standing, and you have to have $100 saved to get their credit card. That's the only time I would have said $100. That's not all the way true. That's not all the way true. It depends on what y'all applying for, and having an 800 credit score. I don't want y'all to look at the credit score. It's some people, they'll have a bad credit score. They'll go and buy a trade line. A trade line is where somebody else that have a credit card, they'll add them on as authorized user. That credit card may be 10 years old. That credit card is going to report to their credit reports, and now they're 700s, high 700s, right? They go from 500s to high 700s, or maybe they put a few of them on there. But in reality, you only have authorized users on your credit reports. You got a high credit score. It looks good. It's like me put on makeup. Y'all watch my workout videos. This is not how I look. It's like me putting on makeup. It's like hiding what's really there. But it's the same thing with those accounts. Add those trade lines onto your credit reports. It's kind of trying to hide the point that you have a low credit score, but you don't have the accounts there to really match. There's actually yours, and in your accounts that you're authorized user on says that you're authorized user. So don't just aim for a high credit score, because you can get a high credit score by just adding a trade line on. So for those people that got a lower credit score, you're like, dang, Rickita, I'm at a 680. I just really want to get to a 640. I just want a higher credit score. Then I would tell you, so that they can buy a house. I would say, hey, just go add a trade line onto your credit reports. Add a trade line, and as soon as they report, apply for your mortgage. You just need a higher credit score, especially if you already have your accounts there. Go ahead and apply and get a trade line added onto your credit reports. But in reality, though, that trade line is going to it's going to come off your credit reports, and reality is going to show. Like, after I get off of here, you guys, I'm probably going to get off in 5 minutes. I'm going to go right in the shower. I got to wash my hair. I'm going to wash my face, and reality is going to show. I'm not going to be all dolled up and fixed up. It's kind of the same way you guys are going to look when that trade line come off. But don't just aim for that high credit score. Don't just aim for that high credit score. Get to the point where when you want it, you can get it. Like, oh, I want to apply for that credit card. You ain't got to ask a billion questions. What credit score are they going to require? Because your credit score is not it's not 800, but you got a nice credit score that you can get approved for almost any credit card. All your credit reports is good. You know that you don't have charge-offs on your credit reports. You don't have any collections. You don't have many inquiries. You want to get to the point where your credit report is actually good, and you don't just have a good credit score, because it's easy to get that score. Keep your credit cards at a zero balance. Yes, it's here and there. That's what I'm doing right now. It's hard to tell people to pay off your credit cards. Well, this is the thing. When you guys have a credit card, you can have them report a balance to the credit bureaus. But at the same time, I always tell people I pay off my credit cards every month, right? So I don't pay any interest, but that don't mean that they don't report a balance, right? So you have a grace period with your credit cards. A lot of credit cards, you're at, about 24 to 26 days with a grace period. So after you purchase something, after it's posted to your account, then that's when they're going to give you the grace period to actually go ahead and pay it off. So if they report to the credit bureaus that you had a certain balance, so you want to keep it at that 5 to 10%, it's $1,000 credit card. If they report to the credit bureaus that you have a $50 balance, that don't mean that you don't pay it off right away and go down to a zero balance. It's very complicated. You guys really should get to the point where you are paying off your credit cards. My channel is not the channel where it's like a lot of people that's watching my channel, you guys are not making over $150,000 a year. A lot of people, most people are not. You may be making it, but a lot of people are not. A lot of people, they're maxing out their credit cards and they're unable to pay them. So it is good to have a habit of not maxing out your credit cards and keeping your balance low, because at any time if your balance is really low, it's easy for you just to pay it off and then it's over with. You're not paying the minimum payment for years. Like one of my credit cards, I gotta wait till they take the money out of my actual account. I already paid it off. Oh, $900 some dollars on it, right? And on my statement, they said if I was to pay off the credit card by paying a minimum payment, it'll take me 6 years to pay $900 some dollars. 6 years if I make the minimum payment. No, 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 no. A lot of people make that minimum payment, y'all. 6 years? Yeah, right. And if I was to make the minimum payment plus $37, I can get it done 3 years sooner. No, y'all know how much money y'all paying? If you're doing it that way, it's a lot of money. So I really want people to get used to keeping a low balance on their credit card, because we're humans. We're going to mess up and something is going to get reported regardless. Some credit card is going to report a balance, but get in the habit of paying off your credit cards every month. Blessings, blessings. I seen people apply for the FHA loan. Let me see how many more questions I have, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna go like swoop through these questions, y'all. See, I gotta get off of here in a minute. But I see people apply for the FHA loan, and they only have as much as their down payment sometimes in their account. It is good if you have reserves, but there's ways around getting reserves. Some companies, they want you to have reserves. Some of them don't want you to have reserves, but it depends on what type of loan you're getting. But FHA, usually you don't have to have much in reserves, or sometimes they don't even require you to have reserves at all, especially if you had that money for a down payment. It's not all bad. It's not all bad. Saying credit score is not bad. I wish I could just sometimes show y'all, like, look at what's here, you guys. Like, look at this new credit report that came through. Y'all would never believe some of the stuff that's on there. It'd be okay, y'all. How do you keep the credit bureaus from changing? You can't keep them from changing it, because one thing about the FCRA, which is basically the rules when it come down to disputing stuff on your credit reports, they said that they have the option to update it as correct, and if they don't update it as correct because they don't have the correct information, then they have to delete it. So they can say they changed the information and the account is updated as correct. It's nothing that you could really do to make them stop doing it. But just when it comes down to certain accounts and credit reports, don't give up on it. You keep attacking them until they remove it from your credit reports. That's it. That's all. So you just keep attacking them to get the account removed. But you can't force them to do it. You can't honestly force them to do it. Sometimes people go to court to get accounts removed, and it's still like they still gonna try to keep it on credit reports. So they got to go back to court and say, hey, you're supposed to remove it and you didn't remove it. So there's nothing you can do to force them to do it. If we work without a home-based business, you are poor. I guess we can just take that comment in. Hey, any idea why my trans went? I don't know. So this is why I say I don't know. Kickoff, they do not report to TransUnion, so nothing that Kickoff does should ever affect your TransUnion, good or bad. So I don't know. Kickoff would only report to Equifax or an Experian, so I don't know. I want you to go to Credit Karma. If you look on Credit Karma and if you click on TransUnion or Equifax, you can click there, and then right up under your credit score, after you click it, and then it goes right into that credit report. They should have on there says see what's changed. It should tell you exactly what changed. Oh, you just checking in? It's almost time to check out now. It's almost time to check out. I gotta get ready to do my workout in the morning. I'm gonna go to the gym. I usually don't go to the gym on the weekend, but I gotta get ready to do my workout in the morning. So I'm about to get off of here, y'all. Yeah, that is very true. But Kickoff, they don't even report to TransUnion. Yeah, they don't even report to TransUnion, so they couldn't give you a hard inquiry. You couldn't have got that account added because they don't report to TransUnion. So I don't think Kickoff had anything to do with the TransUnion credit score at all. I think it's something else, and it's best to go to Credit Karma, click on see what's changed, and then they'll let you know exactly what changed. Y'all definitely hit the like button. If y'all ever watch any of my videos, definitely hit the like button, especially if you liked it. Hit the like button automatically, or actually watched it. Thank you. And then leave a comment. Let me know if you got approved for the credit card, you've heard for it. Just leave me a comment. Let me know that you're there too. Thanks. Which I did. My work score is still low. I left a message before the other day, so thank you so much. I had it. Okay, you left a message. Let me make sure I have it. Okay, so I just want to make sure I got your message. I'm trying to match y'all names up too, so hopefully you got your real name on YouTube. I'm gonna try to answer these first thing in the morning when I work. Oh yeah. Actually, your message is the first one I need to answer because it's the oldest. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I answer your question. I got it pulled up now. Oh, it's long too. Okay, I'm gonna answer. It's a long paragraph. I like when y'all leave all the details though. It's a long paragraph. Oh, thank you so much. I realize we don't have to know everything. We don't have to know everything. We just have to know enough to help the next person. That's it. Waiting to ask about how start. I'm a little familiar with reverse mortgages, but a lot of times it's usually older people that does that. So it is true. They say that after an account's been on your credit reports for a longer time, it shouldn't affect you as much. But I still like to get it deleted. And when I say delete, I mean get the late payment off. Don't forget, sometimes when y'all dispute accounts that have late payments, they may delete the full account. So be careful. But still, if it's negative, y'all, like even after y'all buy a house, say if y'all had some negative accounts, they still your credit report, you like, forget it, I'm gonna buy the house. My credit score is where it needs to be. I'm gonna just get my house. I still, after you guys buy your house, even though because you got to cancel all disputes out, I want you guys to go right back into disputing those accounts to try to get the higher get a higher credit score. Definitely go for it. You can have the bone broth by yourself. By yourself, not having any bone broth. I talked to you guys earlier about the charge off. See exactly what's wrong with the charge off. Is the last day activity wrong? The day open wrong? Um, try to get the actual documents from the company too. Try to figure out what's wrong with the accounts and let the credit bureaus know what's wrong and let them know that's the reason why they should delete it. It's probably sleeping still. I heard him make a little noise, but he probably sleep. That is good. Congratulations. I started October on her credit. That's good. That just shows like consistency. That's all it is. Just being consistent and just I remember seeing you a lot. So just being focused. Getting it done. It started back in October. I'm dealing with a homeowner association now. I don't like associations. And being in Florida, they have a lot of associations, not even with a condo, like in like in a regular house. They had the homeowner associations. I don't like it, but if you're gonna get a condo, it's something you have to deal with. I suggest you guys be very active and go to their meetings and voice your opinion on what you want. So, and I don't like that fee. I don't like the fee that you have to pay. That's why I don't like. I don't like the extra fee you have to pay. Yeah, they definitely suck, right? Yeah, definitely the fraud alerts, especially if you're doing the shopping cart trick. Oh, these comments are really old, y'all. I'm really behind. Let me see. If your debt to income ratio is too high, you really should pay down your debts or get more income. Pay down your debts or get more income. Some people just delete that full account, whatever it is, like from their credit reports because out of sight, out of mind, it's not on there. But I can't suggest that. I can't suggest. I know some people do that. Okay, let me see. I don't go into the business credit, but I have a whole video on the credit cards you can apply for that will only pull a specific credit report. Let me drop it for you now. And you said Equifax, I think. Well, you're not trying to get on your personal, that's the thing. But I'll still drop this link just in case you change your mind. Because sometimes we want something, but we can't get it. We just got to do what we got to do. I don't know what exactly you're doing it for. I think this one is it here. Let's see. Yeah, this is it right here. I think you should try to get those accounts deleted. So send a dispute to the credit bureaus, try to get those accounts deleted. And still, even if the accounts get deleted, I think that you should settle those accounts out, especially if you owe them, because what's going to happen is if you don't settle them out, they're going to sell it to, as soon as you get it deleted, they're going to sell it to another company. That new company is going to put on your credit reports. And y'all know what it's like to get a negative account added to your credit reports. The damage is something that you can't even get when you add a credit card into your credit report. So you don't want to get those accounts added back on. So definitely try to remove it. Thank you. Thank you. Who reports to TransUnion? Here's a video. I have all the TransUnion. These are ones that I posted back in December of last year. Okay, so this is the TransUnion video. I just dropped it right now. Oh, thank you. Love y'all too. You're welcome. And y'all kicking me out. Thank you. Really appreciate it, Rickita. Bye, Rickita. Get off of here. Some people put no money down on a house. It just depends on what type of house you're buying. It depends on what type of house you buy or how much you have to put down, honestly. I told y'all about that one client I met. Well, this is the last stage, y'all. So I met somebody on Craigslist because back then I didn't have y'all. Nobody wanted me to help them. I had to start somewhere. So I was posting things on Craigslist and I had somebody call me. And I was talking to him, like, well, he's like, what's your credit score? He was like, oh, my credit score is like a 690 or something. Like, it was in the higher 600s. I'm like, okay, well, I didn't feel like he would give me his information. You know, I met on Craigslist. So I was like, call the lender, try to see if he can get you pre-approved. He got him pre-approved. And he's like, I got pre-approved and I'm ready to start looking for houses. And when I tell you he got pre-approved, he got pre-approved with no money from no money down. He had to show that he had the money in his account. I think that some family member helped him with that because you can get from certain family members, but he just had to show that he had the money. His down payment was only $69. I will never forget him getting the house because he was literally shaking with the keys like, oh my gosh, is this real? Like, am I really gonna go into this house? It was really beautiful. I think I should check on them and see how they're doing. That was really beautiful. But $69 now. So they have different programs out there where you can do no money down, where you don't have to put anything down. And you'll be good. And think about it like this. Your closing cost is going to be based off of how much of a house you're going to buy too. Somebody that's buying $1 million house is not going to have the same amount of closing costs as somebody that's paying $500,000 or even $300,000 or even $200,000. Depending on how much of a house you're going to buy will dictate how much you have to put down. But I had fun with y'all tonight. Though. I got to go and get ready to get in the bed, get me some rest in. I want to try to be in the bed by 10 o'clock. I'm checking in every morning. Hopefully y'all check in with me too when I post my video, my workouts. Hopefully y'all checking in with me. Hopefully y'all bettering yourselves physically and financially and mentally, spiritually. Just bettering yourself, doing something y'all haven't done before, and paying off debt. So definitely get in the habit of doing that. Oh yeah. Yeah. Old people do that. It's basically with the reverse mortgage, what I do know about it is basically older people, they trying to live off of the amount their house is worth. So their mortgage is going in reverse basically. Instead of them owning their house completely, now it's like, or not even say completely, now it's going backwards. It's like they're living off of their house because they probably didn't have any retirement. So yeah, they may start off like, oh yeah, we're only having owe 50,000. Now it's going higher. Now you owe 60, 70, 80, 90. And then when you die, whatever's left, then that's what your family can have, if it's anything left. But I think that those are some things that we shouldn't be doing. We should be doing it for sure. If you want to get your hard pulls removed, just call each credit bureau. We talked about this last time. The trick to getting your hard inquiries removed, you call the credit bureaus, each of them, and you tell them you need to get those inquiries removed. But don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. If you have 20 inquiries, call, tell them about 3, hang up. Tell them about 3, hang up. Keep calling in. Don't give them, hey, I got these 20 inquiries I need to get removed, because they be like, no, we're not gonna remove them. What trade line is good? for Trey and Julian. I dropped a video on credit cards you can get, but usually when I talk about trade lines, I talk about authorized users. So I'm not sure, but we can definitely, like I said, I'm gonna send you a message. We'll talk more. I'm sending a message by tomorrow. We'll talk more. And I have your phone number. So if you see me calling, I'm gonna send you a text like, hey, if you see me calling, because maybe it's more questions I have, just be understanding. Be understanding if I call like a random time. That's true. Oh wait, not this one. I didn't mean to do that. But this one right here. What if they're related to your account? If you have inquiries that's tied to an account, if you dispute that inquiry, they're gonna most likely delete that account from your credit reports. So if you have an account with the company where you want to remove the inquiry, don't just leave it alone. It's too late. If you want to get an inquiry removed from your credit report, certain accounts, you need to get that inquiry removed before the account is added to your credit reports. So say if you was to apply for a credit card, now you get approved, you better call them tomorrow and work on that inquiry. Call them today. Work on your inquiry too. But I'll see you guys later. We're an hour and a half in, so I'll see y'all later. Hopefully, you guys are checking in with my workout videos. So, and being healthy too. I really want you guys to be healthy. Hopefully, it's like some of my good things rub off on y'all, and then y'all good things rubbing off on me too. But I'll see you guys later. Y'all definitely rest well, and you rest well also. But I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go live. Don't forget, every Friday. So far, I've been committed to this. I'm proud of myself. I'm going to go live every Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to answer any questions you guys have. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you guys.